Coming up here on First at 4, an Eastern Kentucky woman faces additional charges for trying to bring drugs into a jail. And we visit a food tent in one Eastern Kentucky county that's been set up every day since the flood.
Plenty of sunshine and fall-like weather as we head through this week. The latest on the fall field coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good Monday afternoon to you. I'm Dakota Makris. Thanks for joining us. First at 4, a Letcher County native is facing additional charges after a search at the jail revealed numerous hidden substances inside of a body cavity. Our Olivia Calfee has more.
Jennifer Hill was arrested on September 15th after a call was received that a male and female were asked to leave the Daniel Boone Motel and continue to stay on the premises. They were also suspected for breaking into the bar nearby the motel. According to the citation, the suspects were located walking on the side of Highway 15 in front of Hilltop Liquor. The reports say Hill was manifestly under the influence of what appears to be meth and given the opportunity to produce any controlled substances she had with her before going into the jail without being charged. The jail staff say, unfortunately, this happens often.
The police actually ask them before they bring them in, if you have anything, hand it over now. Some of them will, some of them won't. But once they get in here and we find it, then we'll confiscate it and hand it over to the law enforcement if they want it.
She was brought here to the Kentucky River Regional Jail where she received additional charges for the possession of controlled substances. In Perry County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
The preliminary hearing is set for tomorrow, September 27th.
Well, a gorgeous afternoon outside in the mountains today. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures on the cooler side, and we'll continue to see that really as we head through the majority of the work week. Outside, throughout the region, 70 in London right now with even bluer skies than anywhere else. A few more clouds with a mix of clouds and sun in Hazard. 68 the reading and 70 in Pikeville from our Pikeville Medical Center camera. And it's absolutely beautiful outside just about everywhere. As we look, current temperatures, upper 60s, low 70s around the region. Our warm spot right now, Manchester's at 73, as is Jacksboro. 72, the number from Middlesboro and in Jonesville, and 71, the reading from Jackson and in Prestonsburg. So something we'll keep an eye on through the evening hours. Satellite and radar, yes, I promise it's in motion. There's just not a lot to keep track of as we run through tonight. So keep that First Alert weather app handy. You download it, you open it up, you see that forecast falling into the 50s quickly. And eventually, for most of us, down into the 40s overnight. Now, I'll have the latest details on not only a beautiful start to the work week, but an update on things out in the Gulf of Mexico. Details on that coming up in just a few minutes. Dakota?
All right, Evan, thank you so much. Well, casting hope in a damaged community, Eastern Kentucky native Kate Clemens has been feeding flood survivors in Hindman every day since the flood. Each day, a new local sponsor teams up with Clemens to help feed victims in downtown Hindman. With the yellow tent that she serves under, Clemens says the support has become a light in many ways.
This tent is about more than just a meal. We are collecting a needs assessment survey to find out what do you need help with. Do you need help with rebuilding? Do you need medical needs?
Clemens also said she needs more donors to help fund around 1,000 meals per day, and she plans to continue as long as needed. Big news out of Lexington today. We now have the official plans for this year's Blue and White game, and that's where we find our Courtney Lynn Brewer live in studio with more. Courtney.
Thanks, Dakota. Like you said, some very exciting news this morning for Big Blue fans in Eastern Kentucky. Be October 22nd at Appalachian Wireless Arena. The team will also spend the day around Eastern Kentucky giving back to those affected by the flooding. Appalachian Wireless Arena will host a pregame fan fest prior to the 6 p.m. tip-off. Ticket information will be provided closer to the event, but the team has promised that all funds will go to the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund. It should be a historic and exciting night for the community, and I'm sure we'll be there on October 22nd at Appalachian Wireless Arena. But for now, Dakota, back to you.
All right, Courtney, thank you. A former daycare worker in Madison County is due back in court. Taisha Smith is accused of dropping a baby in August and lying about it. Her lie, police say, led to a delay in care. The 5-month-old went to a hospital with brain bleeds. We do not know the name of the daycare where Smith worked. A not guilty plea was entered for her earlier this month.
Mandatory evacuations are already underway here in the Tampa Bay area ahead of the arrival of Hurricane Ian. I'm Christian Benavides with the latest on the storm as it heads towards Florida.
Plus, the latest on that and sunshine around the mountains continues as we head through much of the week. That full breakdown on the way next.